Hello and welcome back to Pushing Cardboards. Today we're going to do an unboxing of another Blind Swords game from Revolution Games. This is Longstreet Attacks, second day at Gettysburg. This is one of my favorite systems, and I had most of them, but I still had a couple to collect, and I've enjoyed everything I've played so far, so I took advantage of their recent sale and got the last couple that I still needed. If you order the, I've bought these games both in, they come in both Ziploc and boxed versions. If you get the boxed versions, they don't come in shrink wrap. They just come in a bag like this, and then you have a beautiful box game, but no shrink wrap, which is no problem with. It doesn't make any difference. Probably better not to have the shrink wrap. But I love the covers that they've settled on for this series. The first couple games have a different sort of look, Stonewall Sword and what have you. But then they've settled on this artistic approach for the rest of the games in the series, where they come in these black boxes or black covers with an inset photo and that title. I think the whole thing looks superb, and even a nice little detail. There's got to be James Longstreet on the box edge there. This one was still designed by Hermann Luttmann, so it was the third one in the series, and so the graphics are still done by the map's still done by Rick Barber. I think the way it works here is it says graphics Rick Barber, Charlie Kibler, and Mark Mahaffey. I'm pretty sure that's Rick Barber does the map, Charles Kibler did the counters and probably the play aids, and Mark Mahaffey does the box and layout and stuff like that. So let's have a look. Let's see what you get in a box of Longstreet Attacks. Tiny die or dice. Yeah, there's another one. Turn record track. This is a pretty standard looking turn record track from what we see in other game. Oh, look at the backside. Has got the. This is, if you buy this game in the Ziploc version, this would be they use this for the cover. So that's why this is double printed that way. But it's kind of lovely. Anyway, it's got the turn record track, the victory point track, and of course the broken events, or the broken track here. If anybody fails their break test and gets taken off the map, that's where they go. So that's that. We have the combat results table. This part will be, I think, is unchanging through most of the games. The actual combat results table, I think, stays the same. What changes from game to game a little bit is the shifts, the modifiers from different games. This is the fire combat shifts. This is the table for shifts for close combat, which are completely different from fire combat shifts. Same with this, the ranges for the different types of rifles and cannon. The ranges can be different from game to game as well. For the cannon in this game, the 150% canister goes all the way out to 2 hexes for no matter what kind of cannon you're rocking there. So that's fairly interesting. Here's the cohesion table. Cohesion table. This is the fire combat cohesion table with the green, yellow, and red, and then the close combat cohesion table, which also adds in the white, which makes everything a little bit trickier, and a small terrain key. So good looking player's aid. This is exactly the same for player number 2, and then a Union specific player aid card, and it's going to have a bunch of the same stuff on it that the the Confederate one has, things like what the fog of war chits do, and what the order details, how many movement factors you get for. This changes from game to game too. Attack, defend, maneuver. How many movement points you get for those different things. But what will be unique to each player is the backside here, and this is the event chits. They're the event chit descriptions, and both sides have slightly different event chits in most of these games. So this is going to let the Union player know which event chits do what. That all looks good, of course. And then here's the same thing for the Confederate player aid. Like I said, this front side is probably going to be pretty much the same for both players, other than the little casualty table here. This has the Confederate casualties, generals, and the other one will have the Union possible casualties. And then the backside is the Confederate events, and these, as I said, are slightly different than the Union ones. Here we have the rule book. So at this point in the development of this series, it's still a one complete rule book for this game, it looks like. In future versions, they've moved on to the series rules, and then scenario-specific rule books. But this has got the whole shebang in one big book, 32 pages. Which includes all the scenarios and whatnot at the back as well. So the rules are only actually 20 pages. It's a fairly standard rule book for Revolution at the time. There's no color, but it's a nice matte paper, decent size font, and a decent amount of white space. Not much in terms of illustrations, which is always. These rule books could look a little better with a few more illustrations, of course. And then I guess the thing, if you play a lot of these games, the fact that it's just its own rule book makes it a little trickier to ascertain what's different between this and the previous two versions you might have played. I don't know if there's a section in the rules that tells that, but well, doesn't really matter. The newer ones have, as I said, series rules and then box-specific rules. So if you're making your way through the series, you can look forward to that. But a good-looking rule book for sure. Nicely laid out, looks good. Here's the counters. Everybody's sort of second favorite part. There's some of the generals there, you can see. And the reverse side. Not quite as many, but it looks like it's sort of half as many Confederate counters as Union counters. But that's as may be. And then this is, well, this has still got some generals and then markers and chits. Here's the back side of these. And then finally, for many people, this is their favorite part of these games, is the Rick Barber map. And if you're Rick Barber is one of those artists that you either like him or you don't. Some people, those that I count myself among the people that do like him. I really enjoy. I mean, these maps. They can be a little busy, but they're also just beautiful, right? I mean, the level of detail is gorgeous. And I've never had any issue playing on it here. So there's a little round top big round top. Yeah, well, there we go. That's another great map by Rick Barber. Of course, he's already sorely missed. But that's it. That's what you get in the box for Longstreet Attacks from Revolution Games, and as I said, designed by Hermann Luttmann. And better put those dice back in the box. I look forward to seeing how she goes. I've played a lot of games in this series, so the learning curve to bring one of these to the table is very low. Once you know one of them, you can play any one of them really quickly. All you have to do is kind of understand a few new terrain things or a few little wrinkles, and you can get going with these very quickly. Great series, another good looking game. Thanks for listening. This has been Grant Lindenberg for Pushing Cardboard.